Proverbs 11:17 Shrewd mercy saved many. Proverbs 11:17 The merciful man does good for his own soul, but he who is cruel troubles his own flesh. At least once a month, my dad would take me and my siblings to the movies. Because of my father, I love all kinds of films. Ghostbusters 2 was probably the longest line I stood in line for a movie. The Schindler's List film captured my attention more than any other movie. My knowledge of World War II and the Holocaust was limited, but seeing it in the film gave me a different perspective. Schindler's List wasn't a horror movie, but watching how cruel humans can be to each other was terrifying to me. Schindler, the subject of the film, was not a saint, but his mercy saved about 1,200 Jews from death, and they are very grateful for it. Mr. Schindler's only goal was to get rich and to take advantage of his membership in the Nazi Party. He used his Nazi privileges to employ many Jews who were paid little, but Mr. Schindler received all the profits. Oscar enjoys the good life, a beautiful woman, a glass of cognac, and a big cigar. Seeing the Nazis forcing Jews out of their homes and killing anyone, elderly or children, who didn't obey, changed his heart. His Nazi Party privilege allowed him to be merciful and save lives. Every time the Nazi Party makes stricter rules against the Jews, Oscar would wine and dine Nazi authorities to get his way. Oscar would tell Nazi leaders that his Jewish workers were essential for the German war effort. Even if Oscar's Jewish were not paid, Mr. Schindler made sure they had food to eat, which was better than most Jews were in concentration camps. Oskar Schindler's factory was near a death camp that was controlled by a Nazi named Amon Goth, who hated Jews with a passion. Oscar used his business management skills, gave Amon fine cognac, then they drank together. It was Oscar's way of bribing Amon, so he let down his guard and gave more freedom to Oscar's Jewish workers. Oscar's bribery worked on Amon, cause he built a subcamp just for his workers. They were still in a but were safe from death. Oscar knew Jewish customs, and the Jews were determined to keep working to stay alive, but when the Sabbath came, he would tell them, "Hey, it's your Sabbath, stop working." Once Oscar learned of a bunch of female Jews who were shipped to be put to death in gas chambers. Oscar used bribery again to save those ladies. Oskar Schindler's goal was to get rich off oppressed people, but mercy touched his heart, and he used the wealth he gained from oppressed people to save their lives. When the war was over, and Oscar told his Jewish workers if he sold his car or jewelry, where if he sold he could have saved more lives. Even if Oscar was merciful to save lives, he was still part of the Nazi Party, and considered a war criminal after the war. Living life on the run made him not so wealthy, but the Jews, Schindler Jews, give him a financial blessing from time to time, cause they remember how his mercy saved them. God bless you all. Jesus, King of Jews, loves you, and so do I. Samuel J.H. Psalm 15:2 One who walks with integrity, practices righteousness, and speaks truth in his heart. 3 He does not slander with his tongue, nor do evil to his neighbor, nor bring shame on his friend, for a despicable person is despised in his eyes, but he honors those who fear the Lord. He takes an oath to his own detriment, and does not change. 5 He does not lend his money at interest, nor does he take a bribe against the innocent. One who does these things will never be shaken.